Oh, my darling, let's just pretend that I am a doctor and I'm going to give you the prescription you've been looking for. Maybe you've seen a bunch of other doctors and none of the prescriptions are working. And now you've come to the specialist. Now you've come to the intimacy doctor and you're like, all right, tell me what really works. So are you ready to learn something new? Are you open to have a new experience? Are you ready to do things differently? If you answered yes, then keep watching this video. Nobody needs you. Your voice doesn't matter. You don't matter. That you are needed now more than ever. Spiritual alpha is a man who's committed to a mission. He is a man who has a vision, and he knows that in order to do that, that he needs relationship. To champion your heart, you are needed. One thing that I have known over the years, and I have to be honest and apologize to you because I feel like I've not been as open with my message as I am with my clients. I've not been as open with my message on my YouTube channel. I've been ingrained from marketing coaches and marketing advice that you can't tell people what the actual solution is that people don't want to hear it. So you have to promise them a bunch of bullshit, sell them on that, and then when they sign up for your coaching, then you actually give them the actual medicine. The real medicine that I bring to my clients is the journey of taking them through inner healing. And I've never talked about this on my YouTube channel because I've always been told, and I believed in my mind that you didn't want to hear it, that you weren't ready to hear it, that it wasn't the quick fix, and so why even pour my heart out and share this message? But I believe now more than ever, people are so disappointed. There's so many dating coaches. When I got started in 2008, there weren't hardly any dating coaches. Now they're all over the internet. And I've had so many people say, I'm so tired of it. I've hired people, nothing's working. And I'm gonna tell you why that's not working. Because the real answer is, and a good coach, a good therapist will tell you, that in order to have the love, in order to have the fulfilling life, in order to fulfill the bigger purpose that you want, it always will take you down a path of inner healing. That self-improvement is the actual key. Any great person, any leader that you look up to, any person that you admire, I promise you they've gone on a journey of self-development and inner healing. And most of the time, they're not going to tell you about that either because it's too personal or because they too have been conditioned that you don't want to hear that. But the reality is that when you start doing your inner healing work, when you start developing yourself as a person on the inside, that it is that in itself that begins to change how you relate to the world around you. It is that in itself how you begin to relate differently with women. You start having the connection that you want. You start having the meaningful relationship. You start having the passion that you desire. You get the respect that you really want. It's when you actually do the work yourself, when you go on that journey yourself. And so sometimes what that looks like, you might be listening to this, you might be thinking, Arica, I don't know what that means, inner healing. It's the first I've heard of this. I've never heard a dating relationship expert talk about. I'm going to start talking about it a lot more because it's what I'm most passionate about. It's what I love doing. I love bringing healing and resurrecting my clients' dreams and bringing that purpose and bringing that passion back into their life where they've become dormant to it and awakening them to that. And typically what inner healing is it's going inside and digging out, taking an excavator, taking the backhoe inside of yourself and understanding like, what are the lies? What are the things that you've been told about yourself that just are not true? What are the things that you're shameful of? What are the things that you're embarrassed of? What are the things that people have done to you that have been unjust, that left a mark? Because you see, as much as we like to say, sticks and stones don't break my bones and words will never hurt me, that's absolute bullshit. If you believe in divinity, you know that this very world was created by mere words, that there are power in words, and that when people in your life have told you that you're worth nothing, that you don't matter, when you've had experiences when your parents have neglected you, when you've had to raise yourself on your own, all of these experiences, all of those words leave a mark. And so when you go try to find love with someone else, you're carrying that story, you're carrying the words those words that have formulated a story in your life. And then you try to go and find love, you try to connect with people, you try to develop relationships out of that story. And that's why most dating and relationship advice doesn't work for you, because you've never addressed the story. You've never gone to the root. You've never done self-development and real inner healing. You've not talked about your mother wounds, your father wounds, and brought some real redemption into those areas. You see, the reality is when you do this inner healing work, when you start developing yourself, that then you become actually free. And I've seen with so many of my clients, when they've come to me and they're like, Arica, this is a woman I really want. And as a coach, I know that that woman is toxic and she's not the right woman for my client. I don't say anything because that's their journey, but I get the focus back on them and them inner healing themselves. And then all of a sudden that woman that was so unattainable, they realize, I don't want her. Why don't they want her? Because she's toxic. She's not the right one for them. And you might be drawn to toxic women because you think that that's all that women are made of. But what you don't realize is it's the toxicity in you. It's the pain in you. It's the disease inside of you that is eating you up alive, and it's causing distortion in your eyes so that you can only see the people that are wrong for you, and that the right person who is for you, you never even put them in your eyesight, because you're so drawn to pain. And so you just look for people who carry the same pain that will validate the story that you know of, that you're a piece of shit, that you're worthless, whatever it is that your family told you. And so you continue to create experiences where you bring women in that validate that for you, that reactivate that story. And so it becomes your demise. But as you go on a journey of inner healing, you start changing your story. And as you change your story, you change your experience. As you change your experience, you change the type of people that you bring into your life. And if that's you, make sure that you join my Spiritual Alpha Tribe. But listen, my darling, the inner work, the self-development, those things that seem so hard, what's hard is continuing to attract one toxic person after the next into your life and living a life of disappointment, more rejection, despondency, and wanting to give up. That's a hard life to live. It's easier to address those things and bring some healing. It also feels better, and it equips you for more freedom in your life. It sets you up for more success in your life. But running away from it only endures and prolongs the pain in your life. I want to know if this video spoke to you. Tell me in the comment section. Let me know what part really spoke to the depths of your heart. I want to hear that. Let me know. But my darling, know that you are loved, that you matter, that you have what it takes, that there's a champion on the inside of you. There's a spiritual alpha on the inside of you. And I want to support you in becoming that man. I want to give you the community so that you can have the endurance to continue going on your race. I'll see you soon. Make sure you subscribe and watch this next video.